Making money online on Facebook utilizing retargeting ads. And today we are gonna go behind the scenes to one of my accounts to show you literally how these retargeting ads are set up, what we discovered after spending, I don't know, this account's like $1.9 million, and why the money is not in targeting, which is what most people think it is, but rather in retargeting. How do you actually create a really effective retargeting campaign? What is retargeting? Some examples, and by the end of this video, you're gonna be able to see why one of the most common mistakes that people make on Facebook is still happening every single day, and why they're pretty much burning money. If you stay till the end, you're able to see how you can avoid burning money on Facebook as well, and how you can truly set up profitable campaigns where you could literally get 5, 10, 50 to 1 returns for every dollar that you spend. How is it possible to get back $5, $10, $50 for every dollar that you spend? And what we're going to be doing here today is, as always, I'm going to be showing you some examples. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you some examples of retargeting. And before I do that, in fact, let me just quickly explain to some of you that might be new to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Peng Joon, and what I love to do is to constantly document and show you guys behind the scenes to what it is that I do when I sell products, whether it's physical products, digital products, training, coaching, to show you behind the scenes the mistakes that I made, the things that I've been doing well, so that you don't have to make the mistakes that I've been doing. And if this is something you've always wanted to do, which is to be able to take what you know, your life experience, your passion, and transform that into a product as well as a business online, then you probably want to consider subscribing to the channel, where I'm going to be showing to you exactly how you can do this as well. And how we're going to start off is to first show you how retargeting all works and why the money is in retargeting. So let's talk about what retargeting is. Retargeting is literally targeting someone on Facebook that did a specific action to send them to the next step of what they should be doing but didn't. So if you wanted to retarget someone, have you ever noticed these ads that seems to follow you everywhere, no matter where it is that you go? Now, the reason why you tend to see these same ads over and over and over again is not because the advertiser is being really aggressive. It is because there was a point in time you did a specific action. Now, this action could be the action of watching a specific video, a certain length, 25% of it, 50% of it, 75% of it. It could be because you smashed the like button on a video. It could be because you commented or shared or engaged in one way, shape, or form on a specific post. And because of that, Facebook is able to track that specific action, and therefore, now that advertiser is trying to target you to send you somewhere. And that is usually some sort of sales process. It could be a free plus shipping, it could be a webinar, it could be a presentation, it could be an e-commerce website. Perhaps if this was an e-commerce store, you visited that store, but somehow you didn't go to the next step, which is to the checkout page. Or perhaps you did visit this checkout page, but you didn't complete the transaction, which is to pull out your credit card and enter your credit card details to give them money. Okay, so if retargeting is new to you, all you're really doing is you are literally setting up a campaign that pushes people to the next step. So maybe they watched the video, but they didn't visit the page. Maybe they visited the page, but didn't go to checkout. Maybe they went to the checkout page, but didn't pay you money. And in this video, when you understand these steps, you'll be able to see why the money is actually in retargeting and not in targeting. So I'm going to be walking you through the tactical side of it. I'm going to walk you through the strategic side of things, so that by the end of this video, you'll be able to see and have clarity on why you should be doing it and how you can be doing it as well. Okay, so the question is, how do we actually get this set up? This meaning this thing that you see over here. how do we actually get this set up inside of Facebook? Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to go back into the account, and inside the account, one of the things that you're going to see is this place that says audiences. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up this thing called a custom audience. Okay, see this? I'm going to click on create audience, and I'm going to click on custom audience, and I'm going to create a custom audience. Now in order for custom audiences to work, you need to have a pixel installed. Now I've covered how to install a pixel many times in the past. If you don't know how to do that, be sure to watch my next recommended video. I'll leave that in the description box below. It is basically a video that will show you how to go from beginner to expert in literally 45 minutes. I will go through all of that, but I'm going to assume you know how to install a pixel, but if you don't, be sure to watch that video after you're done with this one. But let's talk about how do you create this custom audience, okay? How do we actually create that scenario that I showed you just now? Now, this first audience is where we can actually create a custom audience based on video. You see this? Now, what if, so notice this, right? Here's where we're at right now. Where we're at right now is this part over here. Now, this part over here is audiences. So notice what I'm doing. I want you to try to understand this and not memorize this, right? What we're essentially doing now is we're telling Facebook, hey Facebook, based on the videos that I've posted, help me create a custom audience of people that has watched my video. Okay, that's all I'm doing. And that's what I'm telling Facebook to do. So back here again, I click on video, and I'm telling Facebook, hey look, if somebody watched 25% of my video, 50% of my video, 75%. So I'm going to click 50%. If somebody picked my video, okay, that's live. Let me see a video that we might have posted. So let's say this video here that has got about 170,000 views that did better than others, okay? It could be this video here that's got 21,000. It could be this video here that's got 1,500. Now, whatever video that I choose to pick, now some of them would have done better than others, okay? Some of them would have done worse. So whatever it is that I want to use, okay, I am literally, now notice these views here, 1,800, 400, 32,000. What these are just 3 seconds. Now 3 seconds don't really mean anything, right? I want to tell Facebook, hey Facebook, help me create an audience of people that has watched at least 50% of this video that has got 88,000 views. 50% of people who have watched this 1 minute 56 second video of this video that has got 31,000 3-second views, right? So that's all I'm doing. I can even select the videos that I have posted. So for example, this video over here that's got 655,000 views, I can now create this custom audience, okay? So whatever video that I might have picked, I can pick 1 video, 2 videos, 5 videos, 20 videos, right? I could pick this video here that, you know, has got 1,700 views, 5,000, 50,000, whatever video, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Facebook, okay, from these videos that, let's say these 3 videos, okay, I'm going to click on confirmed. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put in an audience name. So perhaps it could be, you know, I'll type in video title, so whatever it is that's called, you know, watched 50%. So all I'm going to do is I am literally going to click on create audience of people that has watched at least 50% of any of these 3 videos. Let me just put that word test in here so that it doesn't confuse my team. I'm going to click on create audience and done. Okay, so now sometimes it might take up to 30 minutes and I'm done. So now all I've done is I am now able to retarget the people. Now this might usually take a while for it to appear, okay, the actual size. But as you can see, I've got all these different custom audiences in my account. But that is step number 1, creating a custom audience of people that has watched your stuff. Now if you go back and look at this next piece, the next thing that we want to do is we also want to create custom audiences of people have been to our page but they didn't go to that next step. And why is this piece here so important? Well, before I show you how to do it, let me show you why you might want to be able to do that as well. Here's why. Going back into my account, you will see that the most profitable campaigns, right? If you want to see my most profitable campaigns, you will be able to see that the money that we spent in terms of ads, in terms of targeting, the most profitable ones with the highest returns, let me show you a few, okay, is never in targeting, but rather in retargeting, okay? So let me explain. So this is a campaign called the Videos Challenge, but I want to share with you how this looks like for retargeting. Now for retargeting, you can see that over here, my cost to get a sale can vary from $180 to $130 and $169. And I know that the lifetime value of a customer that goes through this sales process is slightly over $500. And I can see that if you take a look here, retargeting, the cost is about 1/3 or half of the other campaigns. Now, why is that? Let me show you a couple of examples, okay? Notice that this ad set name are people who visited my site but did not purchase. Now, how would these ads look like? I'll cover the ads in a second. There could be many different ad variations. And you can see the different ad variations. It could be an image, $62. This video here, that's $57, $74, $83. They all have a different cost to acquire a customer, but they're all based on retargeting. Now, what is the retarget? The retarget is people who visited my page but did not buy. Right? Does that make sense? So now that's what we're going to be doing next. What we're going to do next is I'm going to create a custom audience. So same thing as what we did earlier, but now the source is not going to be video, but this time it's going to be website. Now what does that mean? It means that now I can actually tell Facebook, help me target people who visited a specific page. So for this example here, it would be, for example, videoschallenge.com, which is the first step of a sales process, and also does not contain. Now, what does that mean? It means they visited website name, which is videoschallenge.com, but they didn't go to the checkout page. Now, I can't remember what my checkout page for this site is offhand, so I'm just gonna put in a placeholder. But for example, let's say it's .com/checkout, okay? I don't think it is, but let's just say it is, okay? So all I'm doing is I'm telling Facebook, help me create a custom audience of people. Notice what I'm doing, okay? Now, I'm asking you to understand this and not memorize it. I'm telling Facebook, help me create a custom audience of people who visited this page but did not go to the checkout page. So if they visited this page, but if they did not go to checkout, help me create a custom audience. Now, what would this audience be if they met these parameters? Okay, if they met these parameters, what would I call it? All I'm going to do is, if they visited my page but didn't go to checkout, all I'm calling it is my videos challenge visited but did not check out. Does that make sense? Right? Because now there are the people who came to the page but did not go to the checkout page. Like I said, in order for this thing to work, how does Facebook track this? You need to have this thing called a Facebook pixel installed on your page. And if you don't know how to do this, you can watch my next recommended video. I'll leave that in the description box below. Be sure you watch that video that will take you from beginner to expert in about 45 minutes. But that's how you make this step happen. Okay, so after you build this step, that is when you can create this audience. Now, when you create this audience, you're gonna realize that the audience size is so small because it's so specific, which is basically over here, right? But we gotta also remember that if we were to track every step of the sales process, it could also be the case that they came to the checkout page but didn't go here. So how would that look like? Well, this would basically be people who went to the checkout page but didn't go to the members area page, right? Because if they didn't pay me money, they wouldn't have arrived at the secret members area link. So how do I know somebody actually paid me money? If they landed on the thank you page, right? So now I can create another custom audience. How do I do that? Same thing. I'm going to rinse and repeat this same process over here. And the way and how it looks like is literally, right? It could now be, again, this is a placeholder. I don't know if these links are the actual links, but it could be the videos challenge checkout page, but they didn't go to the videoschallenge.com/members area secret sign up link, right? Members area confirmation. Now, I don't know if this is the members area, but that's how I can see if they actually made the payment. Does that make sense? Then I can now create an audience that says videos challenge. What is this audience name? This is for my own reference, okay? This would be checked out, but did not pay. Does that make sense? So now I'm creating all these different custom audiences. And when I have these different custom audiences set up, and again, you'll see, right? You'll see that if I were to kind of remove these filters for a second, okay? Let me just go back out to the actual campaign. You'll see that it is always the retargeting that has got the lowest cost all the time. Okay, you'll see that. Let me show you another one. Okay, for example, this retargeting campaign. Take a look at this. Sometimes I know for this funnel, a typical customer is worth about $400+ lifetime value, and usually I can pay about $50, $90, $80 to acquire a customer. But if you take a look at this campaign over here, for some of my retargeting materials, same thing here, right? Visited but did not purchase. You can see that I have spent about $7,000 on this and have gotten about 212 purchases, of which it cost me $33 per purchase, and I'll pay for it all day, every day. How do you set this up? Okay, so let's take a look at some actual ads. Okay, now that we understand that retargeting will always will decrease your cost to acquire a customer, your cost per lead, your cost per purchase. So let's talk about how you can actually do this in terms of ads. So let's take a few different examples. Okay, I'm going to go into one of my campaigns to look at the different ad sets. Now you'll see over here that this was the last 7 days. Let me just move to campaign level lifetime so you get a little bit more data on this ad account. Okay, so you can see over here that I have about 212 purchases just from this retargeting campaign on this account. Okay, and you can see it's very simple. Okay, the first one is literally, let's see how this looks like. I've not seen this ad for quite a while. Okay, let's take a look at this together. Okay, so notice what this ad says. This ad says, forgetting something, my 21-day video challenge is a necessary program. We'll work together to create these hot, warm, and cold audiences. Next round is starting soon. Join us while you still can. videoschallenge.com/live. Okay, so notice what's happening right now. This ad over here is just a very simple thing that says don't miss out on a 21-day videos challenge. And what does this ad do? Notice, why is this a profitable campaign? It is because this ad is only shown to people who visited my page but somehow did not go to checkout. So what am I doing? I am now sending them back to visit my page again because they did not check out the last time. Make sense? And because this is such a small target audience compared to going broad, which is targeting millions of people, this is only targeting the people who visited but did not buy. So now I'm retargeting them back to visit my page again because they might have forgotten, maybe they were busy, maybe it wasn't the right time. Okay, so that's the first type of ad. What I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be showing you different type of retargeting ads that you could utilize. So I'm always about implementation. By the way, if you need to pause this, do this together with me and apply it. Don't let this training to be one of those many videos that you watch on YouTube and you binge watch and do nothing about. Okay, so do it together with me. So this first ad type, once you have created all these different custom audiences, the first ad type is people who visited but didn't buy. And your first type of ad could be where you say, did you forget something? Were you busy? I noticed that you tried to do step name. I noticed that you visited page name. I noticed that you tried to buy product name, but somehow you didn't check out, right? If you want to complete this transaction, if you like to join us on this next challenge, if you like to join us for this next webinar, so whatever it is that you could be doing, that physical product, digital product, webinar, high ticket, send them back to that sales process again. So that is what this first ad is about. So write that down. Okay, do it together with me. The next ad, hopefully you're starting to appreciate that what it is that I'm showing you over here is not theory. It's literally stuff that's actually happening right now. As you can see, like literally this ad is still active. We're always, testing new ads. Next one is a video that in fact has got a lower cost per result. It's $57 compared to $62 for this image. So I think we rolled it out. This is relatively new. Okay, now notice that over here I have this ad here with a lot of beautiful comments. People calling me a Chinese looter. Amazing. And by the way, guys, hopefully you can start seeing when you start running ads, this is just one of the things that is bound to happen. You're gonna get trolls and people saying racist things, but that's just part and parcel of running ads. And the most important thing is to remember that it's not personal. And this is one of the reasons why people are afraid to run ads. Let's not get distracted. Let's talk about what this ad copy says. Okay, you can see here that it says, you visited the videos challenge, but somehow you didn't take action. Okay, hey, it's Peng Joon here, and you know, message, and now I'm sending them back. But notice how I started it off. I started it off with, hey, you visited this page name, but somehow you didn't take action. And then it's literally me like squatting down. Not kidding. It's for those of you that say, oh, you know what, I don't have, you know, a professional camera. I'm not kidding. Okay, this is literally what I did. I literally took my phone, I put it on the floor, and that's why you have no reason why you can't do this. And I literally just squat here looking at the phone, and that's how I shot the video. Okay, so for those of you that saying, oh, but I don't know if I can implement what it is that Peng Joon is showing me, you don't need a professional setup. You can literally do this with your phone, which is literally what I did over here. So let's take a look at how this video sounds like. Okay, so let me just kind of play this video again.
So I noticed you visited my page Videos Challenge, but somehow you didn't take up the challenge. Hey, this is Peng Joon here, and I know one of the most common things people tell me on why they're not doing video marketing is because they say either they find it really scary, they don't know what to say, or they say that I don't have the right gear, the right equipment. And the truth is, you really don't. Well, right now, I'm in a really awkward position talking to you on my iPhone while squatting down in the middle of my...
Okay, now notice what it is that I'm achieving over here. What I'm attempting to do. Notice what I'm attempting to do is I am answering objections on why they might not have purchased. Notice what I did there? I know that if somebody didn't invest in this offer, this challenge, chances are there's some sort of objection, right? And other than price, okay, which we will talk about in our other retargeting ads, what was this objection? I'm thinking about like,
oh, maybe video's not for me, but I'm shy, I'm introverted, but I don't have the fancy equipment.
So notice that video, that was a retargeting ad, all it does is I am now answering objections, which is number 2, okay? So number 1 is maybe you forgot something. Number 2 is your type of retargeting ad. Let's move over here now, okay? So number 1, the first type of retargeting ad is basically, did you forget? Okay. Number 2 is objections, right? What objections do they have about your offer, your product? Because they visited it, remember, but they didn't buy. So what if you could shoot these videos that talks about their objections? Oh, but I'm too young to do this, but I'm too old to do this, but I don't have the capital to do this, but I'm not good looking enough, but I'm not pretty enough, but whatever, right? What are their objections that they might have? But I don't have the fancy gear, but I'm shy, but I'm introverted. Address that and then send them back to the page again, which is literally what I did over here, right? So over here, what I did is I've got this video over here. I answered those objections. I have it in text format as well. Oh, but it's really scary. I don't have the right gear. And I'm saying messaging is more important than gear. I'm in this awkward position, talking to you, squatting down, okay? So, and then let me give you one more. One more is, so for example, this next one, this is the third angle. Okay, the third angle, in order for me to explain to you how the third angle is and how you can utilize it, well, let me just play you this video and then I guess you'll be able to understand.
And I just want to thank Peng Joon for this. And if you guys are thinking about it, if you guys need help with your video marketing, or you just want to be more confident on camera, definitely check this out.
It was great to have the templates. It was absolutely fantastic with the community. Oh my God, amazing community of a group that's also doing the 21 days challenge, except for they're all around the world. So it's really neat.
So I signed up for it and they massively over-delivered. When I say over-deliver, they legit over-delivered by a lot. They gave me everything, all the resources, everything that I needed in order to make amazing content. Not only that, they also have this badass community. And when I say a badass community, I mean like a badass community.
Peng Joon also explained the framework for each and every video in a very...
Okay, so let me just pause this for a second. So notice, what is this? I think it's pretty obvious now. This is more of a testimonial-based video. It's a compilation of people that was in our batch. I think this was like 4 months ago or something, 3 months ago. So all I'm doing is I am showcasing testimonials or case studies of people's experiences. Whatever it is, notice what I'm doing here. So this is where the third angle is. Now, here's what I'd like you to notice. Mistake that most marketers, entrepreneurs, and business people make is they take a video like this. Now, what is a video like this, which is number 3? They take this nice sizzle reel, testimonial-based video or case study, whatever you want to call it, right? Other people saying how amazing it is, how good it is, and then they run it as an ad. Now, I want you to remember this thing, okay? In fact, I'd like to ask you this question. Can you imagine if you didn't know who I was and you were browsing on Facebook, sitting at a toilet seat, taking a dump, and while you were taking a dump and while you were scrolling, all of a sudden, you saw this video that talked about the videos challenge, but you don't know who Peng Joon is, you don't know who all these people are. Do you think that would get your attention? You think that would be effective? Probably not, right? But notice what most people do. Most people take this type of sizzle reel video, testimonial video, case study video, this professionally made video, and then they run it as an ad to a broad audience in targeting. And then they wonder, why is it not converting well? Okay, it is because a video like that is not meant for targeting, it is meant for retargeting. Okay, write that down. Write down, the money is in retargeting, not in targeting. So notice that the third type of video, which is a testimonial based video of people raving about product, the experience, the challenge, that is how I'm now constantly sending people here, which is the gold mine. People who didn't go to the checkout page, but I know that they visited, and I do this for all funnels. All funnels, as long as somebody visited, but if they didn't check out, I'm going to literally flood them with social proof. And what are the different angles? These are 3 of the different angles. We'll use obviously a lot more angles, but these are the different angles that you can implement right now. Let me know in the comments below what your biggest takeaway is. As you probably know, in all of our videos, we've been giving $100 to people who either comment because you're early, or a quality comment, or let us know what it is that our videos have done for you. Let us know if you want to stand a chance to win $100 from our giveaway. And as always, be sure to smash the like button. And I'm pretty serious about this. I mean, it does help the channel out, and for those of you doing that, appreciate you, and make sure you subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this one. Hey, this is Peng Joon here. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video.